Welcome back to my channel. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a strategic money coach. I help women be super intentional with their money so they can do more of what they want. And for today's episode of Vlogmas, I'm going to share with y'all the 15 books that I plan to read in 2023. I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory because 15 books sounds like a lot, but I am an avid reader. I've been a reader since I was a kid. There was a point in my life when I was I'm trying to think. It was early high school. I want to say it was 9th grade because I hadn't done any sports and I was just in band at this point and I wasn't cheering yet. Me and my friend would walk to the library and I would check out maybe I don't know, 8, 9, maybe 10 books a week, and I would read them all in the week, and then we go back to the library a week later, turn in the other ones, and bring back new ones. When I was in middle school, there was a point in my life where I was reading a book a day. So anywhere from 200 to 400 page books, I was reading in 24 to 48 hours. There were some books, if it was less than 200 pages, I was reading that sucker in a day. My mom was taking me to the library weekly when I was in middle school, and I was reading everything. Books I shouldn't have, books that were fun, kid books, teen books. I read so much, and I love to read. But as I got older, when I was started working as a recruiter and stuff, I had to tell myself I'm not allowed to read because I would get so engulfed in my books that I was reading that I wouldn't want to do anything. I wouldn't want to work. I didn't want to take care of Kinsley. Not in that kind of way, you know what I mean? But it's like when you find a good show. That's how I can relate to. When you find a good show, you don't want to take your eyes off of it, and that's what it's like with the book. Except now we can do it now with our phones and bring our Netflix everywhere, but I would take the books everywhere with me. So I'm saying all that to say that I'm trying to embrace reading more in 2023. It's a goal that I've had for the past couple of years that I have not succeeded in, but I'm making it a priority of mine to read 20 minutes every day. So I've pulled 15 books because realistically, if I read 20 minutes to an hour every day, I can finish a book in probably 2 weeks. Probably a lot faster, but if I give myself grace, I could read 2 books a month, honestly. So I have a combination of business books and motivational books that I'm going to share with y'all that I'm going to read. All of these I've never read before except for one, the very first one. So this very first book that I'm going to read, We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. I read this in 2021 with my Moneymakers program, the Side Hustle Society. I read it. Freaking loved it. I'm starting a book club in my Money Saving Academy, and we're going to be reading this book, and we're going to be going over one chapter every single month. So if you want to join the Money Saving Academy, the link's in the description box. That's where I teach you how to save up to $300 every single month through budgeting, couponing, and meal planning. But we also do a book club, and last year we read Get Good with Money by Tiffany Aliche. That was our first book club book, but now we're going to be reading this in 2023. It has 11 chapters, so one chapter per month is perfect. So I'm excited to read this one again. I think I also am going to listen to the audio version of it since I already read it once. I'm going to listen to it and read through it and take really good notes for the Money Saving Academy members. The rest of these are books that have been recommended to me, or I found them at Books A Million and I was I want to read it. So first is The Big Leap. I've heard people talk about this. It's by Gay Hendricks. I've had this book for a while. I've heard people talk about it a lot. I've never read it, but I'm really excited to dig into it and take a leap. It's a really short book. I feel like this is one that I could finish in a week. It's only 200 pages, and you see it's small pages. I also really want to work on my sales, as a salesperson, as a coach, as a business owner. This is the 1-minute salesperson. This will be something that I literally can read in one sitting. It's 100 pages. So when it's time for me to read this book, it's I'll read this in a day. If I don't have Kinsley and I don't have calls, probably 3-4 hours, and I'll be done with that. Literally, because it's super small and the words are big. He also wrote Who Moved My Cheese, and that's another one that I've been wanting to read. I found this at Books A Million, and I'm going to say this, and I hope it's not too controversial. It looks like it's written by 3 old white men. The one thing I know about old white men is they have audacity, and they usually get super focused on what they want to do, and then they just do it. So I love reading books from them because they drop some gems, and if you implement them, you can. So this is called The Power of Focus. How to hit your business, personal, and financial targets with confidence and certainty. I always joke you have to have the audacity of a white man, but in true fashion, you've got to have the audacity of a white man to be a millionaire or to just accomplish anything that you want to do. So this one is a little bit longer. It's $327. This is the special 10th anniversary. Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, and Les Hewitt. So this we're going to crack into this year. I'm very excited to read this. The Power of Broke by Daymond John. This is going to be the one that I read at the first. This is going to be the first one that I dig into as I'm reading We Should All Be Millionaires again for the Academy. This is the first one that's on my bookmarks in here. This is the first book I'm reading for 2023. I have a book on my desk right now, Deep Work, that I need to finish. So I'm going to finish that in December. As soon as that book is done, I'm going into The Power of Broke by Daymond John. It's how empty pockets, a tight budget, and a hunger for success can become your greatest competitive advantage. I want to read that. Now, this is More Than Enough by Elaine Welteroth. Claiming space for who you are, no matter what they say. I need this. I need mindset. I need motivation. I need money-focused work. I need to work on my internal worthiness, because we want a lot of things, but we really have to make sure that we are centered and focused and truly believe it within ourselves. I feel like this book's going to help. This book is also going to help. I've had this book for a while and haven't read it yet. When Tabitha's book came out, I got it at Target. You can see I got that 30% off. This is Feeding the Soul Because It's My Business, Finding Our Way to Joy, Love, and Freedom by Tabitha Brown. Cannot wait to dig into Tab's book. This is also less than 300 pages. So again, most of these, my plan is to read them rather quickly. I will also do an update. Now, while I'm doing a super in-depth book club inside the Money Saving Academy, I will assure you that I will do a recap of these books at the end of 2023, because come hell or high water, I'm going to read all 15 of them, and I'm going to do a recap here at the end of the year, so stay tuned for that. So, I got this book at the beginning of 2021. It's called The Melanin Marketer. It's written by Bria Hash, Business Principles for the 20-something Entrepreneur. While I'm not 20-something no more, I joined Bria's Biz Church. Let me see, did she sign it? No. I joined Bria's Biz Church program that she used to have back in 2021, which honestly, I always joke with my biz bestie that we joined Biz Church. Well, I joined Biz Church, not her. I joined Biz Church to find her, because Bria was freaking awesome. I learned a lot from her. But the biggest thing that I took away from Biz Church is my biz bestie, D from Pink Leaf Consulting. And oh my gosh, like, I love this woman. I feel like we are best friends. We talk every single week. Sometimes we talk every single day. And I'm so grateful that I found her as a friend, and I feel like if it wasn't for Biz Church, we probably would not have connected. So Bria sent everyone this book. This is also another 100-page, like, I can get this done in a day. Bria sent this book to us, and I wanted to read it because I really admire her as a coach. Now, I started reading this, but I haven't finished it. I forget what page, where I stopped off. But this is A Sales Bible by Jeffrey Gitomer. A Sales Bible. Again, I want to perfect my sales skills, like as a CEO, as a business owner, as a coach. I want to perfect my sales skills, my communication. I feel like I'm a good salesperson, but I don't feel like I'm a great salesperson. So I try to find books that are going to play to where I am in my life right now and where I want to go, right? They're going to take me to where I want to go. So this is a thicker one. This is also 300 pages, but it has like questions and things for you to do. And I got in, I'm around this page like 50-ish. So I just need to be more consistent with myself. This is a classic money mindset book that I feel like a lot of people have read. I've never read Think and Grow Rich, but I really, really want to. It's not as thick as I thought, less than 300 pages. So it's by Napoleon Hill. It has so many like reiterations. Again, my goal was to be a millionaire. Going into 2023, it's going to be my first 6-figure year, like complete 6 figures in 12 months. I've made multiple 6 figures over the past 3 years in my business. Since 2019, I've made multiple 6 figures, but I haven't made 6 figures in 1 year. I've come close, very close, that it's like, that you can taste it, but I want to cross the 6 figures and possibly into the multiple 6 figures in 2023. So I want to put my best foot forward. I want to enhance my sales skills, and most importantly, enhance my mindset, because as long as I think it, I can do it and I can be it. And I'm so excited for 2023. So we're not done yet. We still have a few more left. Building a brand story. I feel like I'm juggling between being a coach, being a CEO, and being an influencer. I am all three bottled up. That is what Krys the Maximizer is. I technically started as an influencer, became a coach, and then as my business is growing, I am a CEO because I do have team members who work with me. So building a brand story, clarify your message so customers will listen. What's the first thing you need to do when you're a salesperson? Get very clear about your messaging so people can understand exactly what you're selling, why you're selling it, and how it can help them. So this is by Donald Miller. I am very excited to read this. It's 7 elements of great storytelling to grow your business. Again, I feel like I communicate my message very clearly, but I know that there's more that I could be doing. I know that there's a better way for me to tell my stories. I know that there's stories that I haven't told that are super important that I probably should be telling. So I'm very excited to read this book as well. I think, again, this also will be a quick read. Here's one that I started and never finished, so it's on the top of my list. I took the cover off. This is Atomic Habits. I read about half of this book. I think I got to about page 100 and never finished it. I need to finish Atomic Habits. This is another one that's at the top of my list. Power Broke, Atomic Habits. And this is by James Clear, I meant to say. So this is all about building habits, which I desperately need to do, because if I want to make more money, if I see myself as a millionaire, I need to act that way right now. So I need to build healthy habits that are going to propel me and perpetuate me into the next level of myself that I see. And after I read Atomic Habits, I'm going to read Mel Robbins' The High Five Habit. Take control of your life with one simple habit. So I want to read Atomic Habits because that's the OG. And then I want to read Mel Robbins. I also need to read The 5-Second Rule. I want to read all of her books. But the high five habit, she literally high fives herself in the mirror. I listened to her on 2 podcasts talk about this book. So I bought it months ago, probably a year ago. Whenever it came out, I bought it. Let's see. It doesn't tell me when it came out. But I never read it, and I want to read it. Okay, we have 2 more left, okay? Influencer. I told you, I'm juggling between CEO, coach, and influencer. I want to read this. Building Your Personal Brand in the Age of Social Media by Brittany Hennessy. The blueprint to manage and monetize your influence as a content creator. I get brand deals. I work with brands. I have over 100,000 followers across all of my social medias. I have grown significantly on TikTok and things. So I want to improve that part of my business as well. It's like the trifecta. And then this book I'm very excited to read. I've had this for a long time. And it's The 4-Hour Work Week. Escape your 9 to 5, live anywhere, and join the new rich by Timothy Ferriss. I already said who this one was by. By Timothy Ferriss. So I've had this one for a while. This one's a lot thicker. I think this one's almost 400 pages. But I feel like I've had this since my 2-bedroom apartment. So I've had this since late 2019, 2020. And I want to read it. So that should be 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 books that we are going to be digging into in 2023. So I would love for you to let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books and if there are any that you want to read. I hope you have been enjoying Vlogmas. If you want to work with me or join us inside the Money Saving Academy, you can go ahead and click the link down in the description box. There is a discount code for you to save some dollars off of your first month. So I want to thank you all so much for your love and support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe out there as you were shopping. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.